Happy Crafternoon, friends. I'm Gina from Gina K Designs, and it's great to see all of you coming in from all around the world. Today, we're going to have fun because we're going to make some holiday tags. Now, these tags don't have to be holiday tags. You can use them for other things other than the holidays. But if you put a holiday greeting with these designs, they will definitely work beautifully for the holidays. And I'm going to use two stamp sets today that I know a lot of you probably already have because they were in past kits. However, a lot of you really enjoyed our Simon Says Stamp exclusive. And once that sold out, it was gone, and a lot of you missed out on it and you really liked it. So I wanted to show you some similar types of stamp sets that would work well for those types of cards. So if you have that stamp set from Simon Says Stamptember, you certainly can use that. You can also use other stamps that you have in your collection. But we wanted to put these two stamp sets on a special price for you today, just in case you missed out on that deal back in Stamptember. So that you would be able to have something that would also work. So let's take a look at the stamps. But wait, before we do that, let's say hello to Tom. Sorry, Tom. I'm sorry, I got so excited. Where's Tom? There he is.
That's the dead space. The forgotten dead space.
I am
sometimes.
Sorry, I forgot. I just got too excited about what I'm doing today.
Forsaken in the dead space.
Sorry.
It's okay. Happy Crafternoon, everybody. Holiday theme. That sounds fun.
Yeah, well, it can be holiday theme or it can just be for any occasion.
That's right.
Right? Housewarming, anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So I saw somebody posted on our Facebook group. I hope Tom has a word of the day today. So I really think a lot of people come just for that. So do you have a word of the day today?
Yeah, I've got two.
Oh,
I've got two actually. Yes.
Two. Wow. We need a second one today. That'll be good. That'll be very fun.
Same theme kind of word. So, yeah.
That'll be awesome. Okay. Well, I'm going to show everybody the stamp sets that we're going to use today. These are the two sets. We're going to use Winter Terrain, and we are going to use Winter Whimsy. Now, these were both in past kits, and you guys know I love to bring out old stamps and use them over and over again. So when you buy Gina K Designs stamps, especially when you buy the kits, I pull those stamps out over and over again. But I thought that we could do a similar style using what we have here to some of the things that we did during Stamptember, because people are still emailing me saying, oh, can you bring that stamp set out? And I can't. That was a special exclusive. But let's see what we can do with this today. So I'm going to be using some of these trees. I also absolutely love this little line of houses here. But this one also has like a little village down here. I love this sweater kind of background strips here where you can create your own background. And then there are some nice strip sentiments for both of these stamp sets, which go great underneath the tree lines and the houses. And one is a more elegant, kind of a Times sort of font that's a little bit decorative. And then we have something that's more kind of clean and simple. So definitely can use these for other things. And you can see there's even birthday wishes and with love and prayers, warm winter wishes, wishing you peace. So this really doesn't have to be a holiday set at all. And this one also has hello. So if you just wanted to make like a quick little tag to hang on some wine or some cookies or something like that, a little get well basket that you're taking to somebody, you can use these for that. Okay, so let's get started right away. I'm going to show you some different options for tags that you can use. We have 3 sets right now that I think are great for tag. Oh, and I did want to say that these 2 sets are 20% off just today. We marked them down just today for 20% off. So if you're interested in either one of these, you can get a great deal just today. And if you get them both and you add something small like an ink cube or a re-inker or something like that, you'll probably qualify for free shipping and, you know, That's always a good thing too. If you're in the US, we do free shipping at $50. And we also have very low cost shipping for both Canada and international customers. No matter how much you order for Canada, no matter how much you order in any other parts of the world, Canada has an $8.95 flat rate shipping, and everywhere else is $15.95. So no matter how much you order, you get pretty cheap shipping. Okay. So here are 3 different die sets that you can use for tags. This is our tags trio. This is the bookmarks die set that Debbie Warner created, and I think these make really cute tags too. And of course our decorative tags. So remember, you can mix and match tags together too. For example, you might want to use something like this tag, which has this cute little heart opening and this scalloped edge, and then add this decorative tag on top of it and kind of group them together so that they swing, and this tag just becomes like a decorative piece behind a focal image or a greeting panel. And you can also do, a really beautiful background on here that's just simple, maybe with stencils or something else. And then you can pop this on top with your greeting. And I just like when they kind of swing together like that. So definitely different ways to use these all together if you like having different style tags. Now I'm going to use this one for my card, for my tag, at least my first tag today. And this is the tags trio. This is the most simple tag set that we have. And I like the size of this tag because it works really well with other things. For example, this is our brand new masked oval. And if you wanted to do some sort of masked oval design, this will fit in here really nicely. I think this is the only tag it will fit in. Will it fit in this bookmark? No, see, it's going to be just a little bit too big. So if you wanted to do more of an ink blend onto your tag and then cut that out and then stamp silhouette images in here, this is kind of the biggest one we have as far as width goes. As far as length goes, of course, the bookmarks are longer, about the same there, but longer. And then if you want something that's much more ornate, the decorative tags work really well with that. Okay. So let's start with this one, and we're going to start with some white cardstock. So I'm going to cut a quarter sheet of cardstock here. I do want to make sure that's going to fit on a quarter sheet. You know what? It's not. So I'm going to cut a half a sheet of cardstock, and then I'll check it to see. Oh, yep, it does. It'll fit on a quarter sheet. There we go. Had to check though. So let me cut a quarter sheet down here, and we will do a little ink blend thing here on this quarter sheet of cardstock. All right, I know a lot of people have these sets because you've been with me for a long time and you probably bought those kits. But for my new friends who have just joined us, they're newer to Gina K Designs, we did want to give you a little discount today because it's a little while until our next release, so we thought, why not? All right, so I have lined up this stencil. This is the masked oval stencil. This came out in our most recent release. And I'm going to line it up with the largest box. So there are 3 lines on here. I'll show you that. 3 lines that correspond with the A2 card and also 2 of our master layout sets. So this one right here is for A2. That's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But then this second one in works with our Master Layouts 1 die set. And this third one in works with our Master Layouts 2 die set. So that makes it easy to center this oval on your cardstock no matter what you're using, if you're using Master Layouts 1, 2, or just a full quarter sheet. So I'm going to use the full quarter sheet here and line that up. Now, it's really not quite as important because I am going to end up cutting this panel out with a tag, but, you know, I feel like just getting it centered will help. If I just went too far off center, I don't think I would like that. And you can see that's going to cut out really nicely. Okay, So I am going to get a piece of scrap paper here, and I am going to do one of my favorite blends for that wintry look, almost that nighttime look. Let me get my blending brushes here, and let me grab some ink. So I'm a big fan of peach Bellini. I think peach Bellini makes a beautiful sunset, but also sweet mango would be a good one if you didn't want to use the peach. Then I'm going to do Bubblegum Pink on top of that. And I'm going to go with, let's see, how about some Wild Lilac on top of that? And you can see I'm going in rainbow order. So if you have a rainbow chart, you will see that, you know, you want to go in an order of colors that will blend well together. So oranges, reds, and pinks blend really nicely together. So I can put an orange with a pink. Pinks, purples, and blues work really well together. So I can put a pink next to a purple. And then purples and blues work really nicely together. And also teals. So I could put a teal in there if I want. But let's see how this blend looks first. So I'm going to be using my inkstand. And I see Brianne is here helping out in the comments with links for you guys so you can find things easily. Thank you, Brianne. Please link your inkstand to your store. This inkstand is what I use all the time when I'm doing ink blending. I love it because it's really brilliant. It's got these little rubber feet on the bottom, and when it sits down on your desk, I don't know if you've ever tried to ink just a kind of a loose ink pad, like one in the wild, but when you start inking with your blending brush, it just slips all over the place. So this holds everything in place really nicely. And she's got different styles for different types of ink pads, so check that out. Okay, I'm going to start down here at the bottom with some peach Bellini. And this kind of gives me my, my sunset. Now, if you really want it to be more orangey, we could add a little splash of sweet mango in there. Maybe we'll do that. We'll see how it goes. But I'm getting some nice peach in there, and I am going heavy down near the bottom. I really want that to be nice and heavy down there. Okay. All right, so we've got that going. Peach Bellini is such a pretty color. And now we're going to add a little bit. Yay, Brianne's making inkstands today. Yeah, her family, she and her husband make those. That's so amazing. They make these. So you know that when you get one, it's been hand-touched by Brianne and or her husband, probably both of them. I need a pink brush. I don't know where my pink brush went, so I think I'll use this brush. I don't know what was on here before, but I believe it looks like maybe a carnation, so I'm going to just brush a little bit of that off. And now I'm going to use some bubble gum in here.
They should just call that product the woodpecker.
That would be so cute. Love the sound. And now I'm going to blend this bubble gum into that peach Bellini. The woodpecker. That's adorable, actually. Yeah, you know, sometimes those kinds of names, they just kind of stick with you, right? Like, remember the Cuttlebug? Everybody had a Cuttlebug when die cutting machines first came out. And that name just kind of sticks with you. Okay. So now I've got some bubble gum on there. Now I'm going to go to my next color, which is Wild Lilac. Brianne's laughing at you, Tom. It is a good name. And I'm just going to go a little light-handed with this. I just want to like brush a little bit off, but I wanted to make sure I had like not a weird color on here like eggplant or something. And then I'll go with a light hand just to get some of the purple in there. And I like to bring it down into that other color. Oh, I love that. Okay. And now I'm going to go with that blue denim. I'm going to go down a little lower with this purple. Okay, and then we'll go with the blue denim. And welcome everybody. It's great to see you here today. I know it takes a little while for the notifications to go out so that everybody knows we're here and we're live, but we want to welcome all of you here. We're sure glad to see you. Okay, so now I'm going to go from this end. I'm going to start and work my way down. Yeah, a lot of people still have their Cuttlebug. That was a great die cutting machine. It really was. I had one for years and years and years. And the real reason that I stopped using it wasn't because it wasn't a good machine, but it was because everybody would ask me, what machine are you using? And I would tell them, and then they would get frustrated because it was discontinued. So, you know, you find other things that work so that you don't disappoint people that are watching. But it was a great machine. Great little machine. And it folded up like our Intracut, which I love. Okay. Oh, yours finally broke. That's sad. But it gave you a lot of joy, right? You do the funeral and you say thank you for all the joy you brought in my life. And all right, now I'm going to add one more color here. I'm going to add in the navy. I want to darken this up even a little bit more. My wedding ring, okay, so this was my original ring that when Tom and I were very young and we had about $30 in our pocket. I don't even think we had that, did we, Tom? We had like $10 when we got married.
That would have been a great day.
Yeah, that would have been a good day. And this was my original ring. And then on our 25th wedding anniversary, Tom bought me a diamond engagement ring. And I love that ring. It's beautiful and I wear it all the time. But like 2 weeks ago, I looked down and one of the prongs was completely gone. And it was hanging on the stone with 3 prongs. So I took it off and I still have to get it fixed. I haven't been to the jeweler yet to get it fixed. So I put this original one back on. You can see back then I was more into gold. Now I'm more into silver. So Tom got me white gold on my diamond. But it's okay. I'm still wearing it.
And some days we're just about hanging on, right?
You and I are just about hanging on. Yeah. Just like the diamond. All right. That looks good. I like how that just makes the sky look darker, right? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take this off now. Oh, that looks so good. Isn't that nice and crisp? And I feel like it just looks so much smoother after you take it off. We've been together for a long time, Tom. How long have we been together? Do you know? Do you remember?
I have no idea.
Almost 40 years. I don't know. What are we coming up on? Does anybody know? Somebody know? I don't know.
38 years.
38? Yeah, you reach a point where
39.
you have to start doing math. 39, I think. Yeah. 39. Well, I lost my, let me find my snowy background stamp set. I think it's in here somewhere. If not, sorry guys. I lose everything. All right, I don't know where it went. So...
You're not very floor-organized today.
I am not floor-organized. My floor is a mess down here. Just let me peek in one more spot. No, okay. So I don't know where my snowy background went. I did a background video last week, and I thought I had it out, but maybe not. That's all right. We won't use it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to cut this. I want to die cut this before I stamp it because I want to make sure that I know where I'm going to stamp. So I'm going to get my Intracut. Okay. Yeah, I am a mess. I need to spend a day over here and just organize everything. Some people organize as they go, not me. I'm a mess. Okay, so I'm going to put this on top.
Wow, congratulations. We've got a lot of long-distance marriages in the...
Oh, yeah?
In the comments.
Wow.
In the crowd.
In the crowd? Long distance? I asked my dad one time, because he and my mom were married for 53 years before he passed away, maybe more, 55, something like that. And I asked him what was the secret to a happy marriage, and he told me, this is naughty, but he told me, he said, your mother and I get our headaches at the same time.
Didn't he also tell you that there's never been a divorce in his family?
Yep, he said, in the whole history of my family, there's never been a divorce. Several murders, but never a divorce. So, you know, he was a funny guy. Okay, so now I've got this cut out. That looks really pretty, doesn't it? I like that. And now I am going to, let me get this out of the way.
Yes, florganized was a former word of the day.
It was. It was because all of my stuff was all over the floor, but I knew where everything was, and Tom called that florganized. Okay, so I'm going to put this in place here, but I might put a little tape on the back. Yeah, sometimes we can't see the new comments because they get, I don't know if they get stuck. 72 years we have somebody married? Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. You win today. That wins the ability to hang in there. For 72 years together. That's great. That is great. Okay, so I'm going to use this set for this. All right. So I think I'm going to use these trees. Let's see how this goes. Now, I could take these trees right off the edge, which I think I'm going to do. So I am going to move this. It's amazing to look at all of these amounts of time that people have been together. Fabulous. You give us hope. Okay. So I want to get this out of here. Now this is a new set because I couldn't find my set because I'm not florganized. So when you use a new stamp set, remember to always just prime it a little bit here with your finger, and that just means kind of rubbing your finger over it to kind of remove any manufacturing residue. Okay. Let's go ahead and line this up. Now, I'll tell you what. One thing that I think I want to do here, I don't want my stamp to stamp on the stitches. So, I'm going to get a small piece of Masking Magic, the 1/4 inch Masking Magic. It all comes, you get all the sizes in the pack. You get 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, and 1/8 of an inch. But I am going to, let me see, maybe I will use the 1/8 of an inch. I have to see. I have to look and see what it looks like here. Here's the 1/8 inch. Okay, I am going to just cover up the edge there to cover the stitches. And then my design won't go off the edge. And that's going to help. It's going to look better. And I don't have to worry that it's not going to stamp well over that stitched edge, because sometimes that can be a little bit like bumpy looking. And if you're worried about any of the ink getting onto the edge of the tag, you can always take a 1/4 inch one and just put it on the outside of that, just to tack everything down a little bit better and to kind of prevent any ink from seeping under there. Okay, and that's just to like get it out of the way. All right, so I'm going to put this down here like this. I think that will look good. Yep, that's going to look good. Okay, and now I'm going to stamp that. I'm going to stamp that using some black Onyx ink, which I know I have around here somewhere. Yep, here it is. Black Onyx ink. You'll take my old stamp if I find it? Okay.
Question, can't you use the stencil to cover the tag when inking?
You can, but here's the thing. The stencil is a little bit thick. Our stencils are really good quality, and they're a little thick. So you have to be able to push that stamp down to make it touch the paper through the stencil. And that's the first thing. The other thing is I want this stamp to extend outside of this oval. Okay? So I want the black trees to be out here on the white part. I don't want it to be all contained. I want to be able to see it on the outside. So those are the two reasons why I tend to use Masking Magic rather than stamp through a stencil. And in this case, I don't want to, you know, I actually want the stamp to be outside the whole thing like that. Okay. So we're going to do a second one.
So what color would you recommend if you don't happen to have black?
I would recommend getting a good black ink pad. If you have a really dark gray, you could use that, or maybe in the navy, use a dark navy. But I mean, I believe everybody needs a good black ink pad. So, especially for silhouette stamps. I just feel like silhouette stamps just need to be stamped in black when you're doing this kind of thing.
And is there an oval die in the size of the stencil oval?
I would have to check that. I don't know that answer. I'm going to get this. I see a little ink left on here. See how I'm like even struggling to get it to stamp to the edge of the Masking Magic? So if you were doing that with a stencil, it would be a struggle. Okay, so that looks good. Let me get my tidy towel here. And I'm going to clean up this here. And then I'm going to put this stamp away. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate that so much. So now I'm going to pull these off because, there we go. Because now I want to kind of look at it here. All right, I like it. Now I'm going to stamp my two little deer in here. You can stamp them anywhere you want. I think I'm going to kind of fit them in this little area right here because there's a little space in there. So I'll put this guy here. Stamp him here first. I'm going to do one at a time. And again, I'm just rubbing my finger over that to help it stamp a little bit better. And I see Vicki Donnelly is here. Hi, Vicki. I got your gift, and I sent you a message. Vicki sent me a beautiful keychain today, and it's so beautiful. It's in my color, and I appreciate that, Vicki. Thank you for your kindness. I sent you a message over on Facebook. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the girl. That's the boy. I'm going to stamp the girl. This one could be a baby too, but I think she's like a mama deer. We'll just put her right over here so that they're together.
And Annette wants to know, how do we find the stamp set special on your website?
Just if you search Winter Whimsy, that stamp set will come up. It's already marked down. And if you stamp Winter Terrain, if you type in Winter Terrain, search that stamp set will come up, and that's already marked down. They're both marked down by 20%. So normally they're $23.95. They're like $19, something like that. So check it out over there. So cute. These little guys. Okay. Now, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a little bit of sparkle by using, I could do some spatter. I'm not good at it. I have some white paint here. I'm not good at it, though. Do I try it? Is my white paint all dried up? No, it looks okay. I'll try it. I'm nervous, but I'll try it. I need a brush, too. Let's see. Do I have a brush? I have a brush. Here's a brush. It's an old brush. Let's see if I can find some water. I do have water here. So let's just... I'm trying it. I'm going in, being brave. I definitely am so spoiled by our snowy background stamp. But, you know, I'm going to just take a shot here. I'm going to add a tiny bit of water to that because that is some thick acrylic paint. This is just cheap acrylic paint that I bought at a big box store when I was there, and I wanted to learn how to do it. So I feel like it needs a little snow. Here's where I'm going to ruin it. I have no faith in myself at all when it comes to this. I do have to put a little water on this, though. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Should I test it on something? I'll test it on this to see what it looks like. Okay. Well, that looks good. Okay. Here we go. Make a mess, paint everywhere. Not bad, right? There we go. I did it. I did it. That's kind of fun. So it definitely needed some snow on there for sure. And I just used my acrylic block to just spray my kind of dried up paint with a little bit of water. I did get paint everywhere, as you can see. It's all over my desk. Now, I know some people are smart, and they have like a splatter. The reason why I'm saying both is because it is a big debate in our industry, whether to say spatter or splatter. But most people, like my friend Mindy, and they have like a box that they use, or they just do it right. You know, they do it into something so it doesn't get all over everything like mine just did. But because I'm new to it, I'm just flying without a net. But I think I did the job. Looked pretty good.
This reminds me of a card. Didn't you do a card with the Santa Claus going over in a sleigh?
Yes. Yes, that's a great one, too. That's from our, I think from our holiday silhouettes, or, yeah, one of those. So, but that's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to put this aside here, and I'm going to just clean up. I got it all over the place. You know, it's just me. I wonder if alcohol will take it off. Probably not, but I'll just scrub it later. And this work surface, it's coming off. This work surface is just an old work shipping table from our shipping department that I stole. And I use it because I'm so short that this one is adjustable, so it's not like counter height, because I actually get really tired using counter height because I'm only 5 feet tall. So, all right, now I want to make this, like I said, I want to make this like a sparkly card. So I think the best way to do that, or sparkly tag, is to add a little bit of foil. Now, I don't think I have any foiled greetings left in here, but I might. Are you laughing, Tom?
No, I'm hacking.
Oh, you're coughing? I thought you were laughing at me. I thought something happened. So I have my fuse here, and for those of you that are new to foiling and you want to learn more about this, this is not going to be a foiling video, but I have a whole playlist on my channel of foiling videos that you can watch and learn a lot about foiling. So I am turning my fuse up to level 3. And then I'm going to use these. This is our Poly-Glaze for the holiday floral greetings. These coordinate with the holiday floral stamp and die bundle. Hopefully I have that over here. I do. That's this right here. Well-loved stamp and die set. And I'm going to cut it out with one of the dies here. So what do you think this should be? Should this be like a Winter Wishes card, or should I just do Merry Christmas? What do you think? Just go totally Merry Christmas? I think I will. That's right. I'm not short. I'm fun-sized. That's right. I like that. Happy Holidays would be nice too. But we'll go with Merry Christmas. So I'm going to cut out this here, one of these, and then I'm going to do gold because I have some really pretty gold ribbon. So I went to, I don't know, some big box store, like I think it was Walmart, but you can find this anywhere like Joann's or Michael's or any of those kinds of stores, or always check your local craft store for ribbon. But they had this thin gold ribbon. It was super cheap, so I picked some up. And then I also picked up a spool of this. This is just like a white, thick thread. And I think this works really nicely for tags. But you can also use something like this, which is just like a gold cording. Or if you want to have a more natural look, you could use something like jute twine, something like that. Is this greeting going to fit? I don't know. I was going to put it up top so the trees will show through a little bit. And remember, I'm going to cut it out so there's a little bit of space between it. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll have to see. So I have my Swiffer duster here, and I have my carrier sheet for my fuse, and I'm going to use the 14 karat foil. So I'm going to cut a small piece of foil. I mean, this might be too big of a greeting. If it is, we'll just do something else. This is the beauty of live, right? You never know what's going to work and what isn't going to work, but we'll try it. So I'm going to cut a small piece of foil to cover this. There we go. And I'm going to use my Swiffer duster. You can use any type of anti-static cloth to wipe the front of the Poly-Glaze sheet and the back of the foil. Now, Poly-Glaze, if you're new, Poly-Glaze is a type of printing that we do that when you put it through a laminator or through something like a Mink or our fuse foiling system, the foil will adhere to just the Poly-Glaze, not the cardstock. And so that's what we're going to do now. Yeah, Winter Wishes would have been nice, but I kind of like the way this Merry Christmas greeting cuts. I like how the C cuts out, and so I think I'm going to go with it here. All right.
Which master layout would you recommend for a first-timer?
Okay, so that depends on what size cards you like to do. If you like to do A2 cards, I would suggest either Master Layouts 1 or 2. 2 has a little decorative edge, the stitching, but if you like a more simple plain style, Master Layouts 1 would be great. They also coordinate with other Master Layout sets. But if you make bigger cards, like 5x7s, then I would recommend Master Layouts 8. So either one of those would be, any one of those would be a great way to start. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. We've got our beautiful foiled Merry Christmas. I'm turning that off, but it'll go back on really quickly if we want to do a different one. Okay, let's see. Now I need my die cutting machine once again. And we're going to cut out this Merry Christmas greeting. I love Master Layout 17. I love Master Layouts 14 because it's the postage, and postage stuff's really hot right now. You know, there are so many good ones. But if you're just starting out and you don't have any, that's, you know, the 1 and 2, you're going to just be able to use them on every card you make. And if you make the bigger cards, that Master Layouts 8 is great for 5x7 cards. It just takes all the guesswork out of, you know, trying to cut out those little shadow layers and stuff. So I think a lot of you use Master Layouts too. I use it all the time. You're probably sick of seeing it. Okay, so we've got this cut out now. I used a little masking magic to hold it down. And I'm okay covering things up a little bit. Like, it doesn't bother me to cover up the trees a little bit here. I think that'll be really pretty to have that up there. I like layering things, so I like overlapping. I'm okay with that. And remember, you can also like go off the edge of a tag. You're just hanging it on something. So if you wanted to go off the edge, you definitely could. You could do, you know, that and just have that off the edge. That won't bother anything. All right. So let me just clean this out real quick. We have these nifty little holes in our dies that poke out all of the cardstock that's stuck in there. I actually saw an interesting post in our Facebook group that somebody was having trouble getting their die to cut. They had it for a long time. They were using it for quite a while, and all of a sudden, it just didn't cut cleanly anymore. And one of the things that we discovered was that she actually wasn't poking out the leftover die pieces, so it was building up in there and it was preventing the blade from getting all the way through. So always make sure you clean out your dies. All right, let's figure out some ribbon on here first, and then after we do that, we can place our greeting. All right, so I'm going to use some of this white string. I know I got that at Walmart because I was in there getting candy for Halloween, and I always, if there's a craft section in a store, I have to walk through it. I don't know. I have to walk through it. And they had, I saw all the ribbons and stuff, and I thought, I'm going to get some. So I'm making a little loop there, and I'm going to bring this in from the back. Now, I do want to show you one more thing. The back of these tags isn't quite so pretty because the stitches push out, right? It's beautiful over here, very finished off. So let me show you something. We're going to do one more thing. I'm going to cut one more of these. And I know I have my cardstock over here. I'm going to cut one more. Luckily, these tags, all of our tags are very symmetrical. So you can cut a second one and then you can glue them back to back, and then you get the pretty side on the back as well. And you can also decorate that side if you want. So maybe we'll do that too. Let's do that. That'll be kind of fun. We'll decorate the back. That'll make it even prettier. So I will decorate it using this. I'm going to use this set since it's on sale. I'm going to use this is the Winter Whimsy set. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to just kind of create a little sweater pattern going down the back of it. You could also use the sweater background stamp for this if you want. That would be easy. You know, you could do it any way that you want. Let's see, I'm going to be brave, and oh, you know what? I have this set. I didn't lose this one. I just wanted to show it in the package. So I have this one. I don't have to open a brand new one. And remember, this is on sale, which is very nice, for 20% off. Just today, just for this video. You know what? Today and tomorrow. How's that? While supplies last, though. Once they're gone, they're gone. We will bring it back, but it won't be on sale. It's just while supplies last today. Today and tomorrow, because I know a lot of you are watching on replay, and if it's still available, you know, you might be watching at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I don't want you to miss out. So I'm going to use some soft stone. I'll just tell Sammy, we'll make sure that we have the date right. And I'm going to stamp this on another piece of white cardstock first to make sure that it looks good. Because I'm stamping with my hands here with an acrylic block and not with the MISTI. So I do want to make sure that it stamps well. These light colors are kind of nice. All right, so, okay, I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Is that Merry Christmas font also in a stamp? Yes, ma'am, it is. It is part of our Holiday Floral Stamp and Die bundle. So that's what I showed you earlier right here. Let me grab it and show you. That's this right here, the Holiday Floral. So you can see Merry Christmas is right down here. It's the same exact thing, but not in Poly-Glaze, in a stamp. So this way you could stamp it and emboss it. You can do it any way you want. I'm a little nervous here. I need to make sure this stamps well. It won't be the end of the world if it doesn't, though. All right, I want to make sure I go a little off the edge. All right, and then I'm going to make sure I press really hard. Good. Okay. That's even cute just as a little border, right? Just jazzes it up a little bit. So let's take this off. I'm not great at lining things up to make it perfect. So because I'm not great at that, what I'll do is I'll put different ones and I'll create a little space in between them. Now, when you have these long stamps and they're kind of bendy, when you're putting it on an acrylic block, just lay it flat on your work surface and then pick it up with the block, because that will make sure that it doesn't curve. And you don't want these to curve. You want these to be as straight as possible. Okay. Oh, I could do a to and from on the back. I don't know if I have a stamp close by, but definitely that's a good idea. You could definitely do to and from on the back, and I'm sure you all have a to and from in your collection. So you could do a soft background like this and then add to and from. Let me check this. That's good. That's pretty. I don't really trust myself to do this straight, but we're gonna hope for the best. Okay. Hi, Karen Hightower. I hope you're feeling better. Karen had posted on our live link in our Facebook group that she was a little under the weather, so I hope you're feeling better. Okay, so that's good. So far I'm straight here, I think. We'll do another one. I love the build and I love the space between them. Okay. Your hands hurt watching? Stampin' Sure. Yeah, I know. I should use the MISTI. I could probably line them all up perfectly on the MISTI and just stamp the whole thing at once, but I mean, why would I want to make it easy when I can just make it so difficult? Sometimes I take it as a challenge, like, can I do it? Okay. Okay, good enough. We'll make it work. I'd have to look for a to and from. Maybe I'll just leave space for it, and then you guys can imagine that I would put a to and from on the top, and then after the video I'll try to find a to and from. Give that a good little... There we go.
And again, the sets that are on sale today?
The sets that are on sale are Winter Whimsy and Winter Terrain. Let's do one more of these. This one, I don't have to worry about it bending. It's thick. Winter Terrain. Winter Whimsy and Winter Terrain. So this one I'm using right now is Winter Whimsy, and everything that I used on this is Winter Terrain. Could also cut part of this off and turn it into a gift card holder if you wanted. There we go. Yeah, remember when we stamped with just blocks? But, you know, this is pretty easy to see, actually. And if you use a light color like I'm using, it's kind of easy to line it up. So I'll leave it like that. We'll just, you know. Ooh, I know what I could do. All right, I'm going to try something here. Oh, boy. Hold on to your hat. Hold on to your hat, people. I'm going to try something. I'm going to take some Terrific tape, and I am going to put it right here, going across like that. Now, I don't want it to stick to my piece of paper here, but I'm going to put it right there, and I'm going to trim these edges off. Okay, so I want to tell you something fun that you can do, even if you don't have foil. This is Terrific tape, so it's the Gina K double-sided tape. It's easy to tear, it comes on a nice roll. There's 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and I want to say 1/8 of an inch. So you can get like thinner or thicker. I'm just burnishing that with my finger. I don't think that's the right word, but you know what I mean. I'm putting a lot of pressure on it. And you can peel this off, and you can put embossing powder over it and create a really nice, crisp, like gold edge right there with embossing powder. Can you see the little bit of a shine? Just pour your embossing powder on and heat it. And that would be great. You would have a gold edge. But I think I'm going to try it with foil. So wish me luck. I'm going to use a little foil with tape and see if we can make that work. I think we can. So will that fit? Yep, here's a little spare piece of foil. I'm going to lay that right on top. And then I'm going to just work my way over. It will be a little crinkly. When I say crinkly, it'll have like a little texture to it because it's tape, but I still think it's going to be really pretty. And then it will match the front, right? Because the front's going to have that Merry Christmas in the same exact gold. So Terrific tape is our double-sided adhesive. It's great for putting boxes together. It's strong, real strong adhesive. That's what Terrific tape is, Deb. Okay. And here we go. Wish me luck. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love it. That looks good. Just pressing it down anywhere that I see anything weird. There we go. So now we've got a little bit of fun tape on there that's gold. It's got that texture. It's pretty. But it will match. The golds will match exactly. So that's a little bit more fun than using embossing powder. And if you press really hard over the stitches will show through. So let me show you that up close. Can you see the stitches in there showing through? So it looks continuous going down. So if you've got like any little scraps like this, you could do a decorative edge. You could do a little line going across your focal image and then stamp your greeting underneath just to have a little sparkle and shine. Okay, so now I'm going to glue these two together. You can use glue if you want, but you can also use tape runner and then run out. Yikes. Here's my tape runner refills. I always have them. I said on the other video, the last video, at Gina K Designs, we always have to have tape runner in stock because at home, there are 3 things that I get nervous if I run out of. Paper towels, toilet paper, and tape runner. 3 things on a roll. And then Tom made the comment that trees are kind of afraid to grow near us. So it's true. Okay, I'm just going to line those up together. And then now my tag is pretty on the front, and on the back I could stamp to and from up here and just have a little bit of a decorative edge. Okay, now back to the string, my Walmart string. So I'm going to take this loop and I'm going to stick it through the front like that. And then I'm going to open that up and I'm going to pull the string through. So that's really pretty. That's a nice little top there. And then I like to tie a knot up here, just a little knot. You can also tie it like this, so you have the little loop like that. We'll make sure that that's pulled nice and tight. Like that. And then I'm going to cut this edge off. So there's my cute little tag ribbon. Now I want to add some of that gold here. So I'm going to do a little bow right here at the top, and that will also secure that so it won't come apart. So I'll do a little bow. I really thought I was going to make like 3 tags today, and I'm looking at the clock and going, nope. But hopefully there's a lot of tips and tricks just in this one tag. Maybe we'll just, I don't know. It's getting late, and I have a meeting today. Work is getting in the way of my fun. So I'm going to just do a tight knot right there. And then I'll do a little, just a little hand-tied bow, nothing fancy, up here, just to add a little sparkle and shine. Doesn't have to be fancy or perfect. We just want to add a little gold up there. So I think that's okay. We'll do that, and then I'll just cut these little edges off. So there's that little bit of gold accent. And then I'm going to use this and I'm going to pop it up so that it has a little bit more interest. Because, you know, with tags, most of the time with tags, you're attaching them to a gift that you're hand delivering. So you can add lots of dimension and stuff and not have to worry about something going through the mail. I really wonder if it would be pretty to add a little row down here at the bottom of that. I might take a shot and do that. And then I will try to find a to and from in one of my other millions of stamp sets that I have in my collection and add that onto the back, maybe off screen. And I'll take a high quality picture of this so that you can look at it. You can see all my mess, my little goobers with my splatter. But that's all right, you know. It's better to try and fail than to have never tried at all. Isn't that a quote somewhere, Tom?
Okay.
I don't know, maybe we... So supportive. Maybe we don't need a quote. Maybe we need a word of the day instead.
Words of the day.
Words of the day, yes.
All right, time for word of the day?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so this is a category. 2 words. I got
Category.
2 words for you. The category, it's one of our should have been words, or 2 of our should have been words. Should have been words are words that should have been the name of something. They missed an opportunity to use the word. And so you know when you go to the dentist and they have to do a crown and they give you a temporary crown? Yeah. They should have called that a substitute. Right?
Yes, that's perfect.
Substitute. And then there are various salt substitutes. They just should have called those salternatives.
That's true. They missed their opportunity. That's so good. I love that.
Salternatives and substitute. It's the from the should have been word category, similar to the better use word category that we've done before, like asteroids.
Yeah, asteroids.
Asteroids is used to describe things flying around the space, but we think there's a better use for that word. A similar oids ending word, right?
Like hemorrhoids.
Yeah. That would have been a word
They
to
should have
use.
called them asteroids for
Right?
sure. Yeah, that's really funny. Substitute. I like it.
Back to the dead space.
All right, I'm giving my little shot here. Wish me luck. I just feel like it needs something at the bottom, so... Oh, yeah. That finished it off. Okay, so now there's my finished tag with my little bit of glitter up here. And then on the back, I'll put my 2 in from there. And this now ties into this on the front. And if you really want to get fancy, you could put one of our 1/8 of an inch terrific tapes right there and foil that as well. And that will kind of create a little separation. But that's kind of fun, huh? All right, so we're not making lots of tags, but we did make one with some tips and tricks. So I feel good about that. All right, everybody. Well, we have to give away a gift card today, Tom.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, drum roll, please. Here we go.
All right.
The winner is Donna Townsend. Donna Townsend.
Donna, yay! Donna, congratulations. All right, Donna, you win a $15 Gina K Designs gift card. All you have to do is send your name and email address to info@ginakdesigns.com and we will get that out to you. All right, everybody. Well, this was so much fun. I'll do more tags coming up in the future. I have a lot of tag ideas in my head, just don't have as much time as I would like today. So we will get back on that for sure. Remember, the Winter Whimsy and the Winter Terrain sets are available today and tomorrow for 20% off while supplies last. So if you're interested in them and you don't already have them or something similar, you can pick those up. Just a little treat for yourself. After all we've been through, right? We're all just a little stressed and we're bringing the temperature down, and I think we're all moving forward. All right, everybody. Well, today was so much fun. We really appreciate you guys being with us. Tom and I will be back next Tuesday night with another Stampin' Chat Live, so we hope you'll join us for that. In the meantime, everybody, stay safe and healthy. We love you all so very much, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.